Hi, welcome to Baby Narc. So, oh my goodness, where do I start? Um, he has put in his 2 weeks notice, and when we talked on Friday, so tonight is Sunday. When we talked on Friday all day long while I'm at work, having no respect for my job, um, he ended things, about you know I guess three or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, about how he's having all of these problems at his job that all happened that day. That's the weird thing. He gets there, great mood, everything is fine, and then, it's work. He can't handle it, so he gets upset and basically quits his job on Friday afternoon. I don't hear from him the rest of the day. And then at about 2 o'clock in the morning, yesterday, so that'd be technically Saturday morning, but 2 o'clock in the morning, kind of like Friday evening, you know, he calls and he's like, "Well, I haven't heard from you." I'm like, every time I try to get a hold of him, he won't answer the phone anyway, or call me back, or text me back, or read a text, or whatever. So, I just leave him alone. I wait until he contacts me at this point. So, but I was cool and we had a good conversation. And he said again that he has put in his 2 weeks notice, but he didn't say that he has another job. But I didn't ask. He says, "I don't want to get into a fight." Okay, so that was early Saturday morning. Then, we hang up, I go to sleep, and then I don't hear from him all day long. And, and also, he's obviously going through it. So, if he wasn't a weirdo, I would have left him alone anyway. Anybody who was in the middle of losing a job, I'm not going to be bugging them. If they want to talk, they'll call me because I'm an empath and everybody has to tell me their business. So I just wait for it. I don't have to ask. I don't mind. I actually enjoy my role on this earth as an empath to help as many people with their bullshit as I possibly can, even though nobody helps me with mine, but that's okay. Oh gosh, now I sound like a narcissist too. Poor me. Okay, so at about 7 o'clock last night, he calls me and he called and I heard it ring, but I couldn't get to it fast enough. I don't know what I was doing. I think it was vacuuming or something. I don't remember something. I was doing housework somehow and didn't answer. So he leaves me a voicemail and he's like, "Okay, you got it. You go, girl." And I'm like, okay, is he like trying to be funny or whatever? Then he says, I don't know why you're ignoring me. Whatever. And, if you want to hang out, I'm going to be home, come by or not. Just like whatever. And then he hangs up. I'm just like, okay, whatever. So, because I don't want anybody to feel bad. Even though he makes me feel bad all the time, I don't want him to, I don't know why he was acting like that. It was almost in his head because, he lives in an alternative reality than what we all live in. Maybe in his head he was trying to call me all day or something. I didn't answer. I don't even know. So, a few minutes go by. Literally, it was less than 10 minutes. I called him back and he won't answer. I leave him a voicemail. "Hey, what's up?" And of course, I don't want to argue. I just don't want to get into any more altercations. I'm tired of it. So I play cool. I'm like, "Hey, got your message, yeah, I can stop by if you want, give me a call, whatever." Okay, so don't hear anything from him. Then, now, I've blocked him on all social media and I've unfollowed him on everything. So I just always get these weird feelings. So I had this feeling that I should look at his social media page, a couple of them, and he's got a blurb on there saying, with my name, saying, I don't know what your fucking problem is, but you need to get the fuck over it. I get the feeling, okay, so this is what he puts. I get the feeling that you are upset with me or mad at me or whatever. You need to get the fuck over it. I might be wrong, but whatever. And I'm at home. I'm playing guitar in the garage. And if you want to stop by and have a beer and be cool with me, whatever. And he, this is public. Just like, seriously? So then I almost responded. But once again, one of the tricks to deal with narcissists is you absolutely cannot allow them to make you look crazy with other people, even if it's their people. Don't let that happen. Do not put out in any sort of way, even if it's a response to some bullshit. Do not publicly put your business out there. Do not reply. Do not respond. Do not comment. I mean, just don't do it. And it's tough because, man, my thumbs are ready to text some bullshit, because I'm like, seriously? I almost put that. And I was like, no, I cannot respond at all. I cannot even say what's up. I cannot respond to that because it makes both of us look insane. And he's got everybody in the world, on his social media. And although he friends, unfriends, follows, unfollows, blocks, unblocks people all the time, but nevertheless, people, I don't know who sees what. So I have to be very careful. So I just don't respond at all. And then I can't let him know that I saw it. So here's what's so weird. This is why we say that he and I have some sort of psychic connection. Either he is just psychic with everybody, I don't know, or with me or something. So I don't want him to know that I saw that. So I waited a couple more hours. That was around, okay, so he calls me acting weird, like he'd been trying to get a hold of me, which was total bullshit, at around 7 something. And then about 9 o'clock, or I guess, I don't know what time he put it on, but somewhere around 9 o'clock, I had that weird inkling to look and saw that little posting. And I thought, oh crap, shoot, what am I going to do now? See, it's always a narcissist chess game. I don't know what my next move is that's, going to make things better for me, So I decided, okay, just don't do anything at all. So I waited until about 11 o'clock at night. Oh my gosh, everything's like on a time schedule. I wait till about 11 o'clock at night and I call him again. He will not answer, of course. So I leave him another voicemail and I don't, say anything about that. But I said, hey, you left me kind of a weird voicemail. Is everything cool? Whatever. Call me back. And of course, nothing. He just ignores me. So I'm like, whatever. So today, I look back on the posting and it's gone. He erased it. So weird. Now here's the other thing. He has got some sort of hookup site or porn or a combination of the two. I mean, honestly, men are so fucking dumb. And I'm sorry if you're a guy watching this. I apologize for my statement there. So please don't be offended. But I'm serious. You men take such a chance with all of these porn sites about getting catfished. I mean, even if you didn't even get catfished, I mean, even just somebody, hacking into your bank account because you clicked on some porn site. I don't know. You're playing with fire there. Anyway, so he's got on one of his social media pages, he's got this page that he subscribes to that I just saw on there. And it's some sort of WhatsApp thing. And then I, scrolled through to see if he had written any comments. I couldn't find anything from him, but there's, thousands of men's comments on here. So I was like, oh, I'm not even going to try to go through all that shit. I'm not that crazy. But yeah, it's through WhatsApp, or it says it is. I mean, once again, I'm sure it's some sort of catfishing scam website thing. But nevertheless, people are putting their WhatsApp phone numbers on here, and I guess that's how they're. I mean, it's some sort of weird hookup site. It's almost kind of like a prostitution thing when you really think about it, but I don't know. So it pissed me off that he's got that on there. But he wants to be friends and all, so I guess I can't say anything. I mean, so I just think that he's a cheater. Oh, and by the way, on our 2 a.m. Conversation we had, Saturday morning, in the middle of the night, whatever. We started talking about Shelly, and but not in a bad way. He was just telling me some stuff, and he's like, so here's what some of his deal is. He's like, look, I'm just trying to tell you everything about my past with women. I need you to understand why you and I have problems, because I don't trust you. And he admitted that. And I mean, it's not like I didn't know it, but so he told me a story about Shelly, and it wasn't really like too bad. I mean, it was bad, like what she did to him, but it wasn't like one of those moments where I felt like he's like pining over her. He's basically just telling me another shitty thing that she did to him. But he starts, saying about her cheating and stuff, and I asked him, I said, women, unless they're crazy, and she is, but women don't normally hoe like that. Women will cheat, of course, but they usually find one dude to cheat on, or cheat with. They don't run and, fuck everybody that they possibly can. That's revenge. And I told him that. I said, it sounds like she's really trying to get you back. And he's like, well, I don't know why. And I said, are you sure you've never cheated on her? He's like, no, my eyes never strayed from her. I was always just into her, But, once again, I've never met her, so I bet she would tell a different story. Now, she handled it wrong, but they were young, and she probably didn't know better, and she was abused, and, tea dancer, and, whatever. So maybe that's how she handled it. But I'm telling you right now, I don't know if Brian actually did cheat on her, but he definitely alluded to it. And I mean, all the stuff that he does with me, like now I just accidentally find some weird hookup site thing, on his social media page. And the other thing about it is everybody else can see that, I mean, his mom is on his page. His mom could see that, and you could tell, I mean, with the picture that the little page has, I mean, you could tell what it is. I mean, I don't know exactly what it is, but I mean, come on. It almost looks like porn. And, he just has there's no boundaries, with him. Okay, so today, this afternoon, I sent him a cute picture of me, took a little selfie and said, meow. I always do that. And, no response. And I'm just like, whatever. I didn't call him, but I'm just like, okay. So, I don't know what his deal is. If he thinks I'm mad, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It's like he lives in an alternative reality. It's so weird. I mean, how do I deal with that? Okay. So I'm just thinking, whatever. And also, there's this other weird thing about him and not contacting me on Sundays. It's weird. And narcissists, they have, even with their absolute chaotic mania that makes no sense at all. I mean, if they can't even drink a glass of water the normal way. I mean, everything is so weird and convoluted with them. But they have these weird patterns that make no sense to anyone else, but I guess to them it's, the rest of us, we all have normal patterns about everything because we live normally and do normal things, and, our day goes by per being normal and doing normal actions, and they don't. So everything is not normal with them. So maybe their only grip on reality is that they have their own set of odd behaviors that become a pattern to somehow ground them in reality. I don't know, it's weird, but he hardly ever contacts me on Sundays. And I noticed this like 3 years ago. It was the weirdest thing. And then I thought, well, maybe it has something to do with the fact that, he parties so hard, from Thursday through Saturday. And of course, his work, and he works weekends. He works, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's very weird. It is very weird. So I just assumed that, I wouldn't hear from him. So a little while ago, he calls me and he's like, hey, what's up? I've been trying to get a hold of you. I'm like, well, I've been trying to get a hold of you. He goes, well, I didn't get any messages from you. I'm like, what? I go, didn't your phone ring? And he goes, oh, I think something's wrong with my phone. Whatever. Listen, I had a phone that had so many problems with it that it would crash every time I put anything on it that wasn't a phone call, and it would get blazing hot, like it would burn my hands almost. But I still got phone calls. Now, I might not have been able to get on the internet or watch a video or make a video or whatever, but a phone call, come on now, give me a freaking break. I mean, I remember this one day I was in the car and it was in the summer, and it was so hot in my car, and my phone was so hot that I freaked out and like pulled over into a convenience store and set my phone inside of their cooler so my phone would like cool off because it was burning my hand so much, and I was afraid it was like going to catch on fire or something. That's how bad that phone was, and it still got phone calls and text messages. I mean, come on. But whatever. So, and I said, yeah, I called you a couple times and I sent you a cute picture today, and he's like, oh, I didn't get any of that. And I'm just like, whatever. So he's working right now. He's delivering pizzas. And so I asked him, I said, okay, are you working? And once again, I don't want to get into an argument because narcissists are black and white thinking. You are either with them or against them. So if I'm not cheering him on to quit this job and, burn the place down, because he loves to burn bridges. If I'm not saying that, then he's going to get into an argument with me and, make it sound like I'm siding with, his coworkers and boss that, he got into it with. So I just say, hey, are you working? And he's like, yeah. He goes, yeah, but I did put in my 2 weeks, and I do have the new job at the other pizza place. I start anytime I want, but I don't want to. And that's the thing, he's worked for this company for such a long time, even though he gets moved around from store to store to store. But, it's comfortable. I mean, nobody, it sucks losing a job in any kind of way. I mean, it even sucks, if you freaking get pregnant and have to go on maternity leave or whatever. I mean, it sucks. It sucks to have to kind of start over, and, who wants to do that? But, yeah, so that's the latest. Oh my goodness. Every time I plan to make a video, I plan on making a video about our long ago past and the saga of our relationship and what's happened. So, but now that I don't have it blocked, I swear every single day is new drama. So, but I am going to make some more videos and get back to the old saga so that you can get a real clear picture of what my life has been with this guy for the past 4 years. So anyway, so we'll see. But I gotta tell you, I'm still in love with him. God, still in love with him. I mean, just when he called me today, those butterflies and that hope of, oh, maybe this time will be good, and just, you know. But then my brain just erases the fact that I accidentally went onto his social media page and he's got like freaking catfish porn. That's what they should call it. I mean, really. Hey, I have nothing against porn. Hey, good for you if you watch it. Good for you if you make it, whatever. But these porn sites where they're trying to scam you and trying to, hack into your bank account or worse, hack into your life, like with actual catfishing. It's like, that's evil. That's a whole other freaking video series about how demonic that shit is. So, but anyway, but yeah, so it's like, I still want to have a relationship with him. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, and he is not that cute, okay? I mean, if you saw us together, now I'm not saying I'm all that, but if you saw us together, you'd be like, seriously? Like, what do you do with this old man? It's like, oh, okay. I mean, I know it's mean. I shouldn't say. I wish I could edit that out. That's terrible. But I'm just saying, though, that he's not really my type. Well, except for being a musician and being super crazy tall. He's like 6'4". So, and his personality, when he's not being a fucking douchebag, he can be really cool and really charming. Well, and that's it. He's very charming. And, that's another thing, and I'll end this video here, but I've noticed from all of the videos that I've been watching about narcissists. Now, I don't really watch so much about female narcissists from a male's perspective. I don't really, I mean, sometimes I watch this, but not really because, it's not my problem that I'm trying to figure out. So I don't know about that. But I've noticed that when women talk about their male narcissist, they all seem to mention in some sort of way how this man that they have, gotten entangled with is either flat out ugly as fuck or just somebody that's not their type. And I find that very interesting. It's like, you would think that, Brian is like this drop dead, gorgeous, hunk of a man that, just everybody can't, stay away from. But actually, everyone stays away from him except for me. It's crazy. Anyway, so I just thought that I really was not trying to be mean. I hate when I say stuff like that, then I feel bad about it. But because I do love him. But I do have to say that across the board, from all of the videos that I've been watching from multiple women about their male narcissist, that it seems to be a common denominator that the narc is just not someone that all of us would have initially been attracted to or stayed attracted to. I have to say, if maybe Brian was a normal dude, because even when we first started talking years ago on social media, before we started this thing, I was not interested like at all, and I know we had like a little thing when we were teenagers and I had a crush on him back then too, but apparently not that good because I mean, once I didn't see him anymore, I forgot all about him actually, you know? So it's a weird thing. I'm curious about that. And now I'm curious about female narcissists and their victim male's perspective. You know, was she some drop dead gorgeous woman that you just had to have, or was she gross little beast and she put a spell on you? I don't know. It's weird. It's all very strange. Okay, that's the current update. Okay, bye.